I should be going.
Goodbye, Aloy.
I can feel this frost down to my bones.
Aloy, I hear you're heading to the coast. If you need to resupply en route, I suggest stopping in Fall's Edge. It's a lowland clan village southwest of the Grove, in the heart of the jungle.
Got it. Thanks for the advice.
Once again, back at our usual starting place after we visited the base slash talked to Gaia. The reason why I'm out here, A, because there's a save spot right there, so I need to be able to save. And secondarily, I just kind of want to show off once again, Zoe has been out here doing some work. So I don't think anything up here is too new, but that arch is most definitely new. So very, very cool. Just kind of wanted to show that off. But let's head back on in because we need to talk to our friends once I figure out how to open the door instead of jumping at it. Yeah, let's take a look. Pretty sure we have some conversations to be had. Oh, most definitely.
I know that. But if there were two of me walking around,
I'd run for the hills and never look back.
come on, I'm being serious.
So am I.
Yeah, so obviously they're talking about Beta. And then also notice he's not rocking out anymore. That's interesting. But one thing I know we do need to turn in is, I think it's a turn in, is we need to talk to Zoe regarding second verse. So we completed this and it had us come back to talk to her. So we will get that. But let's start with Aaron. See what he has to say.
Let's just say I hear about you going west.
Turns out we need one last thing before we can grab Hephaestus.
Because it would have been too easy otherwise.
Wow, there's a lot more to talk to him about. I love it.
Anything happen I should know about?
Zoe asked us to help her bring more plants in here. Not for eating, apparently. Yeah, if you ask me, the place is fine as it is. You know, metal might be plain, but it's sturdy. Nothing wrong with that. Who needs a bunch of vegetation?
The place is looking nice, I gotta say. I like it.
How are things with Catalo? You still scared of him?
Oh, she thinks she's funny. Actually, I played strike with him. I had to fill in most of the conversation myself, but I'm still alive.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah, that's a plus.
Bet you're used to that focus by now.
Well, I can hit machines in their weak points. I guess that's something. I wish all the other data was as easy to deal with. Now, to be honest, it's hard to understand half of what's on there. And then the other half reminds me, well, this isn't a fight you can win by just waving a hammer. Which is kind of what I do. But hey, that just means I gotta study harder. Make myself useful.
Just give it time.
Yeah, and I believe that's something I've mentioned before is, I mean, just think of this, what Aaron's going through, Varl, Zoe, Catalo, actually, obviously anybody. Where you grow up in a world where there's nothing like that, and then all of a sudden, boom, here's a focus with the entire world. I mean, you can kind of say the internet was like that, and maybe smartphones, but it's not the same.
You've been looking at any interesting data?
Yeah, I asked Gaia to find me something to look at a while back. And she found the mother of all forges. They called it sports. Turns out the old ones spent a lot of time tackling and punching each other for points in one game or another. Are you mixing some solid food and fresh ale? I bet half the claim will be lining up to watch.
And there is the birth of the NFL. Love it. Oh, that's hilarious. Let's ask him about the Suns.
Did you find anything out about the Sons of Prometheus?
Yeah, my contacts are looking into it, but nothing yet. Plus, I have the Vanguard checking Chain Scrape and Barren Light, in case these guys are moving any supplies through there. But if they are, I'll bet they're being careful about it.
Yeah. And they have focuses too. Makes it easier for them to evade guards and patrols.
Hold on. Way back, when we first met, You came looking for me in Meridian because you detected Olin's focus with yours, right?
That's right.
So does that mean that if I go back to the Daunt with this,
You could scan for other focuses.
and if an Oseram is wearing one of these, they'd have to be a part of that Prometheus group?
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I've been known to have those once in a while.
Just let me know if you find anything.
You got it.
And again, I say it all the time. I love Aaron. He is awesome. But one thing though is now I know obviously Oseram, it's a large group. It's not just a family of 10 or anything like that, right? But wouldn't someone wearing the focus be noticeable? Now, granted, obviously scanning would help because it narrows it down. But would they not see somebody wearing some weird thing attached to their ear? I would think that'd be the case.
You should know. Silence is involved with the Sons of Prometheus. He's the one who gave them the override tech to begin with.
Why doesn't that surprise me? That's probably all part of some master plan, huh?
At least we know we're good at wrecking those.
Damn straight.
The best team. We're going to hold off on the strike for now still, once again.
I need to get going.
I think I know the answer, but are you sure you don't need any help? Gaia mentioned this other tribe you found, the Quen. They sound like a nasty bunch.
I can handle them. In the meantime, Varl will help you get ready for what comes next.
Take care of yourself, Aloy.
When is Regala going to come back into this? I was just thinking about that because obviously we've met the Sons, we've met Quen, and... Whoa. Put that away. I was playing around with a few things, obviously. But is him and Varl not coming west with us? I thought that was kind of the plan.
That this focus thing's trying to kill me?
You did almost drown it in beer.
Not on purpose.
Love it. All right, Varl.
Aloy, you're here. Did you meet with the Quen already?
Not yet.
After all the trouble you went through getting those subfunctions, seems unfair you have to deal with these Quen on your own too.
It's safer this way. They think I'm Sobek, or something like that. They won't hurt me, but I doubt they'll be so kind to anyone else.
If you say so. Let me know if you need anything before you go.
And obviously, I have the Zeniths. I want the Zeniths to come back into this. I mean, we haven't seen them in forever, and they're the most interesting group in this game so far. Now, referring to Varl and Aaron going out west with us, maybe I missed her turning them down. It's been a few days since I played, so I'm not sure.
You better not be slacking off on your studies while I'm gone.
And risk Zoe coming after me? I value my life. In fact, I've been reading about Ted Faro, how he destroyed the world and crawled into a hole after killing those who saved it.
He definitely was a piece of work. I hope Zoe's not upset I'm distracting you from your training.
Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about that.
What do you mean? What happened?
Well, before Zoe found a way to fix the land gods, I suggested that when Gaia was fully restored, she could just make new ones.
Well, once we get Hephaestus, that's definitely a possibility.
That's what I said. But I guess there was something about my tone she didn't like. She got pretty raw. Said I didn't understand the way her tribe feels about those machines. Which is true, of course, and the last thing I'd ever want to do is dismiss their traditions. But I was trying to look at things differently. More like you know? To see a machine as just a machine.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the mistake.
Guess I led you into trouble there, didn't I?
Not your fault. Don't worry.
Yeah, though they clearly are not just machines to Zoe and her people. And just simply replacing them won't work. They want those.
Did you talk to Zoe after your fight?
I suffered through a few hours of glaring silence. Then she seemed to move on. Sort of. How do people do this? How do I know if the next thing I say won't blow up in my face? What if an apology is not enough next time?
You give her a stuffed animal?
You're the worst. You know that?
What makes you think I know anything about any of this? You're on your own.
Abandoning me again, huh? Well, if she kills me next time, it's on you.
I think you'll be safe. I think everything's going to work out.
Well, Beta and Gaia built the rig. Can you get everyone ready for the mission ahead?
Of course.
What is it?
Nothing. It's just that everything's about to change. We'll get Gaia, and she'll help us set things right. No more zeniths, no more derangement. It'll be a different world. I welcome it, but I wonder how the Nora will react. And the Karja, and well, everyone.
Let's just focus on fixing Gaia for now.
You're right. We've got an angry AI to take down.
Yeah, we do. And one step at a time, Vara. One step. And let's ask about the zeniths.
If I get Omega clearance and then we grab Hephaestus, we might finally have the advantage over the zeniths.
Can't wait to see their faces as they stare down a bunch of charging thunderjaws.
Better them than us, for once.
That's it? Wow, I was actually expecting quite a bit more from that.
I'll be in touch if I need anything.
We'll be ready. Everyone's been briefed on the pulse generators as well.
Good.
All right, let's talk to Zoe and turn in the one mission with her that she was actually with us, so she knows.
Aloy, I hear you're going further west past the Tenakth clanlands.
Do you know anything about the area?
Only hearsay. The Utaru tell stories of an island that lies beyond the western coast. They call it the Isle of Spires. It is said the Old Ones built towers there that touch the sky, so they could live far away from the earth that bore them. As if they didn't want to be reminded that they'd one day return to it.
Sounds like something Ted Faro would do.
That's an interesting way to look at skyscrapers, and I assume they're referencing San Francisco there downtown. To get away from the earth, but then you know you're going to end up right back there again.
You ever play that board game Aaron set up?
Strike? I'm the one who gave it to him. I was hoping it'd distract him enough to spare us that ruckus he calls death metal. No such luck.
Oh, this has been great, man. These are great conversations we're having today.
You and Varl doing okay? Training, I mean.
We're doing fine. Although I admit it'd be nice to take a small break from studying, just the two of us. But then who'd look after Erend?
There's always Katalo.
Leave a loud Oseram with a brooding Tenakth. What could go wrong?
Quite a bit.
What's everyone been up to?
I've been trying to share some of my meals with Beta. Thought it might help her feel more at home. Maybe even get her to sleep up here instead of in that dark basement. She would not be moved.
I appreciate you trying.
Patience reaps the best harvest. I'm not giving up hope yet.
All right, training.
How much have you read on Ted Faro?
Enough to wonder how a man who worked so hard to heal the world once could let greed and pride condemn it so easily. For one spirit to diminish in such a way, I'm not sure if I should hate him or pity him.
Excellent question.
It looked like you were working on something over there.
With Gaia now growing in strength, I've been trying to find a way to heal the land gods, even if some people think I should give up on them.
Already said I was sorry.
Your friend thought it'd be a good idea to replace the land gods with new machines when Gaia recovers.
It wasn't.
The land gods have taken care of our people for generations. They are not some broken toy to be thrown away. Even if they are just machines doing their job, to abandon them in their time of suffering seems cruel.
I'm sure Varl understands that too.
He does now. I had to get pretty mad at him at first, though.
You know I can hear you guys, right?
Oh, I love it. This might be the best visit to the base. I mean, this is classic.
I assume you've been looking into Demeter now that Gaia's merged with it?
Yes. It's been humbling to know that the seeds I carry in this pouch came in turn from the seeds saved for Demeter in the old world. It gives me hope that the cycle of life will prevail now, just as it did before.
And yes, the healing gods. Or, I'm sorry, the land gods.
Any progress with your plan for the land gods? Is the reboot code ready?
It is. But there is difficult work ahead. Gaia warned me that because the land gods are linked together in a network, the code must be delivered to all of them. Most are in Plainsong, but in recent years, 3 of them wandered off. So, T, and Do.
We have to find them?
No, we know where they are, but they're hard to reach. So, wandered into a lake and sank. Do ventured into a dangerous canyon, and T broke down amidst a herd of machines.
Okay. Tell you what. You go to Plainsong, handle all the land gods there. I'll take care of So, T, and Do. I'll need their locations, plus the reboot code.
I'm sending the data to you now. My people made shrines near where each land god faltered. When you see them, you'll know you're close. And once again, thanks for your help.
We're not gonna let your people starve, Zoe. I promise.
All right, that sounds like pretty cool mission there. Going to those 3 and rebooting them so they can go back to Plainsong. I like that.
Oh, I should get going. Hopefully I can bring back what we need to capture Festus. After that, I'm gonna need everyone's help.
We'll be ready.
Time to get to work. Okay, so we need to talk to Catalo. There he is. Oh, does he have a mission for us? He's studying battle plans, right?
Got a minute?
As many as you need.
I have to travel beyond the western coast.
To the ruins, shrouded in fog.
Yes, and I'm looking for a tribe, the Quen. I encountered them once before. They said they came from across the Great Ocean. I was hoping that Tenakth knew more about them.
There were rumors of trespassers in the area, but we thought they were just bandits. Hikaru sent out a patrol or 2, but I don't recall them reporting back. We've had more pressing concerns, as you know. I'm sorry. That's all I can tell you.
It's okay. I guess I'll find out soon enough.
There is something I've been meaning to discuss with you. It's personal. If you have a moment to spare.
Most definitely. How do we? The person requests. Let's just start with this.
You said there was something you wanted to talk about?
I've been speaking with Gaia. She mentioned that the Zeniths bind metal with flesh to make themselves stronger. I was wondering if you'd help me do the same.
Definitely, yes.
You want to make yourself a new arm?
I've been waiting for this
Yes.
conversation.
Gaia insists she can help me build such a thing if I can get the necessary data and materials. She believes these things lie in the place where Beta hid from the Zeniths.
Their ancient research lab.
I am not as familiar with old world machinery as you are. I could use your assistance.
It might be dangerous. The Zeniths probably still keep an eye on that place. We were lucky to get out of there alive the first time.
I see.
It sounds like this is worth the risk.
By the 10, we shall see it through.
Yes, I've been waiting for that one. Wonder why it took so long for him to bring it up, because Gaia told us about that a long time ago. Maybe even when he brought back the first kernel, or even when we were just working on getting the first kernel. It's been a long time. I wonder why. So I'm thinking there must be something in another storyline or something, I don't know, on the map that would have changed in the world that progressed that. I'm not sure though.
What have you been up to?
Varl has asked to learn the differences between my people's clans, so I've been teaching him Tenakth history. It is heavy with blood and death, but also with honorable deeds and vanquished tyrants. Maybe you'd like to hear about it as well, when our mission is done.
I'd be honored. What do Tenakth do to relax? You know, to take a break from training?
More
They
training.
strike. Your Oseram friend, Erend, is surprisingly good at it, although he has yet to beat me. It helps one think strategically, hones the mind for tactics.
Somehow that still sounds like training.
Exactly. Isn't it what I said? It's exactly what that is.
Anything interesting happen while I was away?
I found an acceptable place to practice with my blade.
Oh, and where's that?
Outside, above the base. There's a nest of sunwings that are always up for a fight.
Oh.
Ever thought of sparring with something that's not trying to kill you?
That would defeat the purpose of the training.
Very true.
Found anything interesting during your training?
Gaia told me where to find data on how wars were waged in the old world. I knew the Ten fought against machines, much as we do now, but it seems they were among the last of their kind. Later, machines battled other machines on behalf of greedy leaders, as they vied for lands and spoils. At least the Tenakth have the courage to put their lives on the line when conflicts arise.
There is nobility in that. But maybe we just need fewer conflicts in the first place.
Yes, of course. Hikaru would have it so as well.
More training.
Anything else you've been looking at with that focus?
Gaia showed me the knowledge you recovered out in the desert. I am no chaplain, but I'd be curious to test if something I read is true.
What is it?
The Old Ones believed one could hear the great waters, even in the middle of the desert, if you carried the carcass of a water animal with you. They called them seashells.
That sounds kind of gross.
You know what's interesting is obviously when he was starting that point, was thinking seashells, but I guess I never thought of, wow. I'm going to feel ignorant here. I never thought of them being carcasses. Why did I not think of that? All right, moving on. Away from the ignorance.
I should get going. I've got a long road ahead.
Should you need reinforcements?
I know who to call. I'll call you when I'm near the Zenith lab. We'll get what you need for that new arm of yours.
Thank you, Aloy.
Definitely, and I think that is going to go towards the top of our list. Oh. Oh, check that out. Yeah, I think that's going to go towards the top of our list. It was going to be Zoe and the Langons, but I think Katalo.
Place looks nice with some green in it.
Let's help that guy get his arm back.
If we're going to go around trying to protect
It's hard to tell what might be new. Oh, we have something else here again?
Beta's so frustrating. I don't get how she can be so negative all the time. I mean, we're clones of the same woman, and yet she couldn't be more different from Elizabeth.
Yeah, again, it's been a few days, but that seems like when we listened to that last time, we got that one. Nothing else back here, although let's top off. There we go. And we should check the free stash that they always leave us. That should lead down to Beta, right? We're going to want to do that. Why does that have a asterisk next to it? That's not the same thing. Quests? Well, we know... Yeah, all right, let's go ahead and make this active and take a look at it. Show it on the map. It's up there pretty far north. I forgot that's where that place was located. But we do... Oh, look at the new metal flower sign. All right, so we do have a metal flower. We had to finish this ruin because of metal flower. So those could be some things we do on the way. But... yeah, I'm curious. Why does that... Oh, now it's gone. Oh, maybe... All right, maybe there was an update, and that's a way of letting you know that that's a new mission? Potentially? I'm not sure. Let's take a look at this machine and see if there's anything we can fabricate. Oh, wow. We have quite a bit, actually. Plowhorn. Oh, I can't. What am I missing? Horns. Rollerback hammer tail and sky drifter tail, razor tail. All right, so we need tails and horns still for things. You know, I could do a create job. Maybe that could be an episode where we create jobs and just do jobs for these three. That might be something to do in the future. But at least we got one more open. I think that's it in here. Let's take a look at the workbench just to make sure. So again, I'm holding off on weapons that we're not using because I really want to focus on the top tiered stuff. I really need to find vendors that have some of this top tiered stuff also. We might as well top this stuff off real quick. It's cheaper. It's probably the last one. Yeah. Also, real quick, no, not here. So we did get a new coil, and I did put it on the... You know what? It's probably easier if I look at it outside of that menu. I thought I could probably do it there. It's probably easier this way. Sharp shot. So if we go to our coils, I put this one on. It's a very rare 25% increase to tear damage. Oh, I love that. That is a beautiful, beautiful coil.
Anybody seen one of my machine strike pieces around?
Why don't you check the cache?
I don't see anything in there.
Hope it didn't get stained.
We've already looked at that. Yeah, and I know I can do this. That seems kind of cheap way of doing this. Nothing back here. Looking good. All right, so that brings us our full circle for the most part. Yeah, because there's Catalo. Where's the... Wasn't it over here? Yeah, here we are. Oh, look at all of those goodies. Beautiful. The team is hard at work. All right, now let's find... Is this... Whoa, that's not what I want.
So the old ones had cows and sheep.
This should be leading down to beta.
It's you.
Yeah.
Hey, me again. Was there something else?
This is really interesting to see two different oops, sorry about that. That was the microphone. To see two different versions of her.
So do you have everything you need to build the rig and pulse generators? Gaia sent me the schematics. The designs are modest, without the capabilities of Hephaestus, but they should work. Not that it matters without a mega clearance. I'll find it.
We're getting it.
Just try to have the transport ready by the time I get back.
Yeah. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to word it. I'm up in the air of how I feel about beta, but I realize it's none of it's her fault. So yeah, I guess that's about it. All right, let's ask about Tilda then. Looks like we got everything. Oh no, we do no. See, again, this is confusing me. Did we? Because we asked about paints and files, didn't we? Let's go there.
You said Tilda showed you paintings and let you access media files? Every time we met, she showed me a new painting. I think she...
Yeah, we've gone through that stuff. I wonder why it keeps coming back up again.
So, aside from Varl and Gaia, who else have you been talking to?
Zoe told me how you met after your escape from the Hades Proving Lab. I had no idea you were severely injured. If the Zeniths had killed you, life on Earth would be doomed. My escape would have been for nothing.
But they didn't kill me. And thanks to Varl and Zoe, I was able to recover. You said you and Varl talk sometimes. What about?
He told me about your tribe, the Nora, and the proving ritual you did. I told him if I was born into the tribe, I'd never be able to do the proving.
It does require a lot of physical training, but there are plenty of other roles besides being a hunter.
I don't think I'd be suited for any of them.
Well, I guess it's a good thing you're not a Nora then.
Dude, all right, so that was tough. And Aloy was kind of tough on her right there, but it kind of got me wondering, what if the DLC revolves around Beta and the Zeniths? And a little more of that backstory. That would be amazing. I would love to see that, especially if it's on another planet. Oh, that would be so cool.
I'll be going.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah, instead of just being, an addition to this map like Frozen Wilds was and focusing on another group, I would love to see. Well, I guess
The door's unlocked now.
Oh. I guess the Zeniths are another group.
What was this room
but-
for, Gaia?
This was intended as a diagnostic center to monitor machine activity in the repair bay below. It appears most of the equipment was damaged, likely from Minerva's control of this facility.
Yeah, she did try really hard to keep me out. Looks like a power cell could fit here.
But you know what I mean. Yeah, and there's a power cell right out there. Yeah. I was hoping for that. Looked like a much better cache than that ended up being.
The vault. I found a locked door behind the vent in the basement. Wonder if that's it.
Oh, interesting.
I've got to be more careful. Jensen almost caught onto my plan while we were going over the diagnostic center specs. I've got nothing against the rest of the team. It's just... I'm sure they've all got family they're gonna meet up with in Elysium. But me? I couldn't even bury August. There is nothing of him left besides my memories. I won't let those blink out of existence too. The vault's for us, no one else. 11 more weeks before we lock the blueprints. Then the rest will be up to Gaia.
Oh, I have a feeling that was extremely important.
Was
So we
this
still
door
have
always
another-
locked?
Beta requested the use of that room as her personal space. I have locked it at her request.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine, unless is she being shady? Oh, have I thought about this before? Have I brought this up? Could she be a Trojan horse somehow? Forgot where, I don't know where she went. Did we read this? Aloy and Gaia want me to help figure out how to capture Hephaestus. RCC, what's RCC? I put chances of success at about 0.0, but I might as well give it a think because one, without Hef's ability to make machines, the Zeniths will have us at their mercy, and two, what else am I going to do? As always, the first step is to outline the problem. Like the other subordinate functions, Hef achieved quasi-sentience when Gaia received the signal from Sirius. And when Gaia blew herself up to stop Hades, Hef fled, looking for a new home. But unlike the other subfunctions which seem to have taken refuge in whatever physical processors they could find, Hef hid in the globe-spanning network that connects all the cauldrons in the world. Maybe because no single processor was large enough to contain it, or because it sought out the code environment it was most familiar with. So we know we have to kind of take over a couple of cauldrons. So yeah, and that's why I think those guys are coming with us. And then we get Gaia, and then Gaia's in the general area of Hephaestus, and then she can capture it. That's the plan, at least. Regardless, becoming a ghost in the network enabled it to pursue its twisted new mission: infiltrate Cauldron production facilities, build competent units, and deploy them against humans, all in an effort to protect terraforming machines from tribal hunters. Escalation ensues. As hunters become adept at neutralizing its killing machines, Hef makes more, bigger, better armed, deadlier. But this is a digression. For our purposes, the main point is that Hef isn't in one place, so Aloy can't simply find it and use the master override to contain it in the Gaia kernel like Aether, Demeter, and Poseidon. Wait a minute. For our purposes, the main point is that Hef isn't in one place, so Aloy can't simply find it and use the master override. So again, I think that's why we're doing what we're doing. It can flee to any cauldron at any time. Ergo, we got to trap it somehow, probably in a cauldron core, and cut off its access to the network. But how? As of this writing, I have literally no clue. To make matters worse, oh, so this is actually beta. Okay. To make matters worse, the data that Gaia provided seems to indicate that Hef is changing. The exact methodology isn't clear to me, but its code base has expanded. That's bad news. For one thing, it could mean that its heuristic density is increasing, which would make it harder for Gaia to absorb. But even worse, it implies that Hef has the ability to rewrite itself, or at least parts of itself, which is terrifying. What if it rewrote its access protocols? That would mean I don't even want to think about it. So this has to be new, because we didn't know about all this stuff until recently, right? So this has to be a new thing that Beta did, but I'm not sure if I know what RCC is up there at the top. Oh, I'm glad I found that. All right, let's come back around. So that was... Wait. That might be the vent we need to go into, because it mentioned the vault. Locked door behind a vent. That's where we just were. All right, here's the locked door. This just takes us back up. Okay. Let's take a look in here. There's that power cell somewhere around here that I need to find and see if we can't put it in that one spot. All right, nothing going on there. I don't know if I remember this. I mean, obviously we've been here. Interesting. Enter code. Do we have the code? Was there... Whoa, that's a big one. That's a 7-digit code. I don't think there was a code in that... data point. Yeah, RCC. That's a full section here. I'm going to try and remember that. There's no code here. Sure, they got all the family. They're going to need media up in Elysium, but me, I couldn't even bury August. There's nothing of him left besides my memories. I won't lose vaults for us, no one else. 11 more weeks before we lock the blueprints. Then the rest will be up to Gaia. Jensen almost caught on my plan while we're going over the diagnostic center specs. Yeah, that does not give a code. And a 7-digit.
needs a code. Maybe there's data in the facility that can help.
So we're gonna have to find that. Oh, maybe maybe when we get this power cell. Where's this power cell at? It was down here because remember it would not let us carry it. It was over here? Well, we carried it out here, but it would not let us carry it up the stairs. That just brings us here. All right, that did not help. Where is that power cell at? Nope, 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 nope. I'm alright with that drop. So that just goes back up there. It's been a while since we've been through these. Oh, you need a power cell also. What door open? Something up top? There's a cell. What happened? Oh, I can't put you in there. Alright, that's a bummer. Maybe we've already done... Oh, no, it's not going to let us do that. Nope. Alright. I gotta drop it, I guess. There we go.
Okay. The console has power now.
Are we gonna get a code?
From the looks of this data, Festus has been trying to hack into the repair bay. Okay, doesn't look like it's been able to.
Well, that's good. All right, so there was another note. Repair bay log. Alert intrusion, countermeasures, breach firewall, countermeasures, external override, downloading, reboot purge. It seems like it's the same thing over and over again. Am I noticing a trend or a pattern in the letters? RC, M1B, then BRK2F. I don't think I'm seeing a pattern there. I'm not seeing 7 digits either. Well, 1, 2, 7, 3, 8. That's 5. No, I don't. No, I don't think there's anything there. So what? It seems like there's something, and it's right next to this. With the this is the vault, right? Yeah, it's right next to that. Can we talk to Beta?
Hey, you got a second?
I suppose.
Nothing new unless we'll double check this. Yeah, no data channel. No, we've already done all that.
That's enough for now.
Good.
All right. Well, somehow we've got to get the 7 digits.